Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington.
Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Got it.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Faster!
Again, they'll run with Bettis.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. This defense for the Rams, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
A run right side, it's Bettis. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun to give to Mixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Mixon running right. Trucks over him.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Wilson. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Matt Gay on for the extra point.
He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Trying to find Bruce, and it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation. Then they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Now it's Wilson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Rams. A.J. Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Taken down at the 15-yard line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll send Brown in motion right. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Hey, 0-0-0.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
4th down. Here's Lawrence.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's unable to get away. They stop him at the line on 4th and 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage. He took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Up the middle they run with Bettis. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Takes it at the 7. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
14,
Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Trotty. Touchdown, L.A.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the Rams' 15-yard line.
Come on, set.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Rams are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
14, got it. 14.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He'll let it fly for Austin.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards.
And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll send Brown in motion right. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a turn and a give to Mixon. Shoves him away. 132 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Wilson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. That one complete to Driver. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Ready.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the 1st. We'll see what they've drawn up. Lawrence.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Touchdown! A big play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Crosby with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mixing up the middle. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, Mark. There's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Got him in. It's Brown.
And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
147 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Mixon will try the right side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Oh, Wilson going to throw.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. It's Mixon on the counter. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Los Angeles,
they do get that 10th win of the year as they finish up at 10-7 overall.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks,
it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8.
But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.